Brought us to a vibrant school where learning met curiosity. We sparked an engaging conversation about rural and urban areas, how they differ, and how both play a vital role in our country's growth. We then introduced key government schemes designed to support students and their families. These included the 7.5 reservation policy for government school students in higher education, the PM Poshan Yojana, scholarships for SC, ST, and OBC students, and even the Skill India mission to help them build a strong future. We highlighted how these programs can open doors, create opportunities, and truly change lives.
We explored how their surroundings influence daily life, education, and development, sparking curiosity and thoughtful responses. As the interaction deepened, the students showcased impressive awareness and were encouraged to think critically. Their participation was truly commendable. A quick glimpse of our innovation project sparked their imagination.
To celebrate their enthusiasm and participation, we distributed exciting gifts, bringing bright smiles and joy across the room. Reflecting on the session, students shared what they had learned and how they'd carry these insights forward. Reflecting on the session, students shared what they had learned and how they'd carry these insights forward.
To conclude, we invited the students to take a pledge, a promise to value education, stay informed, and contribute to the development of their communities with hands raised. They pledged to be responsible citizen and carry this message forward. It was a moment of unity and a commitment they will remember for life.
Continuing our journey from Chennai to Viluppuram, we reached our second school, ready for another day of learning, interaction, and fun. We began with quick refresher on rural and urban areas, what makes each of them unique, and how both play an important role in our daily lives. To make things more engaging, we organized a fun game of Tamsarats. We gave students words related to rural and urban life, and they acted them out with so much energy and creativity. It was exciting to see how confidently they participated and how quickly they understood the concepts through the play.
To help students understand the practical impact of a grid guard project, we explained how low voltage distribution overhead conductors can break and disrupt power supply to homes. To make the concept easy to visualize, we used a bulb as a substitute for house and demonstrated how the system responds when a conductor break occurs. Through this live demonstration, students were able to clearly observe how the interruption in the line affects the power supply to the bulb and how our solution helped detect such faults. We also explained the working principle behind the project, the role of each component, how the system can contribute to fast fault identification in electrical distribution networks. The demonstration sparked curiosity among the students, leading to interactive discussions and questions about real world power system and fault detection technologies. The students also understood how the project had worked and also asked questions and how we can improve them. After all the learning, interaction, and excitement, we celebrated the students' effort with some well deserved appreciations. Winners of the dumb charades
game were presented with small yet special gifts, recognizing not just their performance but enthusiasm and their teamwork. Beyond the games, we also acknowledged those who stood out during the project sessions. Students who asked thoughtful questions, eagerly took part in hands on activity, and showed genuine curiosity. These moments of recognition weren't just about giving prizes, they were about encouraging a spirit of participation, learning, and confidence. The joy on their faces, the laughter in their room, it was truly heartwarming and a reminder that every effort counts.
Towards the end, we asked the students to share what they learned. Their reflection showed just how much they understood about rural and urban development and how eager they were to make a difference.
And this is our project Grid Guard AI. We're using the potentiometer to fluctuate the voltage. We are taking the 230 volt AC supply and we are converting into the 12 volt DC supply and giving through the copper lines. You can see the green light glowing, which indicates that the voltage which is coming is in normal. So you can see that there is a normal of 14.79 voltage. So this indicates that there is no fluctuation in the voltage and the normal voltage message is being sent to the mobile phone. The engineers who are like handling the machineries can check the voltage which is coming to the machinery through the mobile phone. So now we are fluctuating the voltage manually for testing the prototype. So for testing purpose, like we are manually like making the voltage to the low, and you can see that the red light is gonna blow in few seconds, which indicate, yeah, the red light is being blown, which indicates that there is a fluctuation in the voltage, which is very dangerous for the big machineries to operate. And the live alert is being sent to the maintenance engineer so that he can see where the fault is. And we are gonna like implement some more sensor in this project and we are gonna deploy it with AI. So you can see that there is 7.21 voltage. Thank you.
At the school, we went beyond simple demonstrating technology. We inspired students to imagine themselves as future innovators by giving them hands-on access to ESP32s and Arduino boards. They were able to closely examine the hardware, understand its components, and explore how real-world embedded systems are built. We introduced a variety of sensors, explained the individual functions, and demonstrated the basic of integrating them with microcontrollers. Students learned how combining different sensors can solve real-life problems and even spark unique project ideas of their own. The curiosity was evident throughout the session, with many actively asking how sensor detect changes, how outputs are generated, and how different components communicate within the system. These interactive discussions transformed the workshop into an engaging learning experience. After completing an inspiring session in the third school, we continued our journey to the fourth school.
Here, we focused on educating students about the differences and connections between urban and rural development. We began by explaining the basics: what makes a village or a city grow and thrive. In rural areas, development means better roads, schools, hospitals, farming support, and creating job opportunities. Meanwhile, urban development focuses on building strong infrastructure, cleaner environments, better transport, and access to services like education and healthcare. Supporting local businesses or spreading awareness online. To bridge the gap between rural and urban areas, we spoke about the need for better roads, clean water, reliable electricity, and fair policies that treat both areas equally. We also highlighted major government schemes like PM Gram Sadak Yojana, Jal Jeevan Mission, and Digital India, all of which aims to uplift rural communities.
The teachers shared their kind feedback. They appreciated our efforts to educate the students about development and encouraged us to conduct more such interactive sessions.
After wrapping up an inspiring session at our previous school, we continued our journey to the next school. Grid Guard. This is a smart and cost effective solution developed to detect breakages in low voltage AC overhead distribution conductors and instantly alert the concerned authorities. The system continuously monitors the power line, and whenever a conductor breaks, it immediately identifies its fault and transmits the location to the GSM network, enabling a faster response. By reducing the time taken to detect and report faults, GridGuard helps minimize power outages, improves public safety, and supports quicker maintenance. Designed using affordable and easily available components, this project offers a practical, scalable solution that can be implemented to strengthen the reliability and efficiency of power distribution network.
We began by giving a brief insight to urban and rural development, highlighting how both are equally important of our nation. We explained how development in rural areas means better roads, schools, and support for farmers, while in urban areas it focuses on improving infrastructure, transport, and clean environments. The key message remained the same: development is for everyone, and each of us can contribute in simple but powerful ways.
The students eagerly surrounded us, asking doubts and what were the electrical components that were held by our team member.
We introduced students to gas sensors, temperature sensors, humidity sensors, and a pulse oximeter, explaining how each one works and its practical use in daily life. We also explained key electrical components like the breadboard used for circuit prototyping and the ESP32 microcontroller, which acts as the brain of the system. Students learned about resistors, jumper wires, power supply units, and the importance of the ground connection in completing electrical circuits. We gave a clear understanding of how all components are connected and how data from sensors is read, processed, and displayed. This session helped students grasp the real world application of electronics and how technology can support healthcare, especially in underdeveloped areas.
Wrap up this session, we played some engaging games and rewarded the students who actively participated, showing curiosity and excitement throughout. Several students shared their experience, mentioning how they learned about new technologies and felt inspired to explore electronics, sensor, and IoT projects in the future.
We concluded every session in every school with a pledge that will inspire students in the future.
After completing our previous sessions, we traveled ahead and reached our fifth school, excited to interact with a new group of students and share our ideas.
We began our session by engaging the students in a quick discussion. We asked them about the knowledge of rural and urban development and if they were aware of any government schemes related to these topics. The students shared what they knew, and we helped by explaining the key concepts clearly, what development means in both villages and cities, and why it's important. We also addressed their doubts and ensured they had good understandings of the basics. Once the concepts were clear, we encouraged the students to speak. Some of them confidently shared their ideas and takeaways. It was great to see their active participation and how well they grasped the subject.
We then moved into some fun activities to keep the energy high and help the students engage more with the session.
To make the experience more interactive, we invited the students to gather around the grid guard prototype for a live demonstration. They observed each stage of the system's operation as we simulated a conductor break and explained how the fault was detected in real time. Students were encouraged to closely examine the hardware, identify the different components, and understand how they work together as a complete system. They also had the opportunity to interact with the prototype, ask questions, and explore its functionality firsthand. This hands on exposure helped them to connect classroom concepts with practical engineering applications.
To wrap up, we distributed small gifts to the students who actively participated. Their excitement and engagement made the session truly special.
Following the demonstration, we had a relaxed and open conversation with the students. We talked about how they could apply what they learned, their interest in science and technology, and how innovation starts with small, curious steps.
To conclude this beautiful session, we moved on to the gift distribution, a small gesture to appreciate the students who participated with so much enthusiasm. As we called them up one by one, their faces lit up with joy, their eyes shining with excitement and pride. The room was filled with laughter, smiles, and a sense of togetherness that word can hardly capture. In that moment, it wasn't just about giving gifts, it was about creating memories, encouraging young minds, and leaving behind a piece of ourselves in their hearts just as they left a mark in ours.
With great excitement, we reached our last school, ready to deliver one final impactful session filled with learning, interaction, and innovation.
The grid guard demonstration was more than just a project showcase. It was an opportunity to inspire students to see how engineering can be used to solve real world challenges. Instead of focusing only on the technical aspects, we explained the thought process behind identifying a problem, designing a solution, and transforming an idea into a working prototype. This helps students understand that innovation begins with observing everyday problems and having the curiosity to solve them. To make the experience immersive, we encourage students to gather around the prototype and observe its operation from a close distance. Every major component was introduced and it was explained how they communicate with one another to create a complete and reliable system. Students were given hands on exposure to the hardware, allowing them to examine the prototype closely and gain confidence in understanding embedded systems. One of the most engaging parts of the demonstration was showcasing the mobile application connected to GridCard. We handed the phone to the students and allowed them to explore the interface themselves. As the prototype simulated a low voltage condition, the application instantly displayed the warning and generated a notification, demonstrating how even a common user with no technical background could easily identify that a fault had occurred. This helps students understand the importance of developing technology that is not only intelligent but also simple and accessible for everyone. Throughout the session, students actively interacted with us, asking thoughtful questions about the system's operation, communication process, and practical implementation. These discussions created an engaging learning environment. A curiosity was encouraged and ideas were exchanged freely. More importantly, we wanted every student to leave with the confidence that meaningful innovations do not always require expensive equipment or advanced laboratories. With the right guidance, creativity, and determination, even a simple idea can evolve into a solution that benefits society. We hope this experience motivates them to continue exploring STEM, building projects of their own, and become the innovators who will shape a smarter and safer future. As the session came to a close, it was inspiring to witness the enthusiasm and excitement on the students' faces.
To appreciate their involvement, we quickly distributed small gifts to the active participants.
Some of the students shared their heartfelt thoughts about the session. They expressed gratitude for the hands on learning and said they felt inspired by the practical exposure to technology.
The teachers then gave their feedback, appreciating our effort to bring new ideas to the classroom. They noted how such sessions can open young minds to science, technology, and creative thinking, preparing them for a better future.
And with that, we conclude our journey on visiting these wonderful schools. Each one leaving us with heartfelt memories, meaningful connections, and moments we'll cherish forever. Through every smile, every question, and every spark of curiosity, we saw the true power of learning and sharing. These sessions were not just about teaching, but about growing together, inspiring one another, and carrying forward a spirit of hope and change. As we take these memories with us, we know that this journey was only the beginning.